Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. Have you been a good little soldier? I certainly hope so. And if you too would like to join the No Contact Army, it's very easy. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. And if you would like to read the No Contact Army manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. Today I am back with another episode of No Contact Q&A. I answer questions and emails that have either been sent to me or they were comments underneath videos. I get a lot of questions and obviously I can't answer most of them. So if you do write to me and I'm unable to respond, there is always the email coaching option or of course the phone or Skype option. So let's get started. The first one says, I had 2 months no contact with my ex. Finally, I broke and wrote him a thank you letter and expressed how I'm grateful for him being in my life and would he be interested in picking up where we left off and I would like to see him. Ew. He replied, we do have a lot of good memories, but he wants me to happily move forward like he has. I'd like to know if I've messed up all the opportunities of getting him back or there's still a chance. So, how am I supposed to know? Like, no one can answer that question. Have you messed up all the opportunities? I don't know. You certainly lowered your chances of getting him back drastically. And, people ask this because they're hoping that the answer is going to be, no, of course not. No, girl, no, you still have a chance. Don't worry. You still have a chance. That's why you're asking. Because even if I were to say to you, no, you have no more chance. There's no chance of getting back with him. Does that mean you're just going to go, oh, okay, fine, I'll just move on? No, you're not going to move on. So everyone, please stop asking this question. Should I move on? You're not going to move on if you're not ready to move on. You want me to say, no, don't move on. You have a chance. But I'm not going to tell you that. So writing the letter was fine if you wanted to. As I mentioned in my video about writing a letter that everyone freaked out about. It's like, what? You want us to break no contact? Listen, in some cases, you can write a letter after 2 months. But this is not the letter that you should write, the one that she talked about. You write a letter to say goodbye, for closure, and you write it in a way that it's meant to touch their heart. And if you write it correctly, and if they're still feeling there, and you touch their heart, you have a chance. But you cannot ask them to get back together. So this was not the right way to go about it. Okay, next one. If they asked to meet, how would we know their intentions? They might want only company, and you said treat it as a first date. So we should ask why they wanted to meet, and if they don't say something substantial, we go back to no contact until they say they want to get back together? Or we don't ask and see what they say after the meeting. Please explain in details. I'm lost. So it really depends on the situation, on the breakup, on your personality. That's why it's good, if possible, to have a coaching session so I can figure out which option works best. Sometimes if they want to meet, it's best to say, meet for what? Meet about what? And sometimes it's just best to meet, and then when you're there, say, what was the reason that you wanted to meet up with me? So there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Sometimes you should ask beforehand. If it was quite contentious, you should definitely ask beforehand. But if it wasn't that contentious, the breakup, then it's okay to go. But again, it's always best to get a professional opinion. All right. Let's see. My ex and I broke up 2 weeks ago. He said he was afraid of commitment. Shut up. What does that even mean? Afraid of commitment. Is that like being afraid of a bear in the woods chasing you? I mean, come on. He came last Sunday to pick up some of his things, but I'm pretty sure he could get them all. He could have gotten them all, I think she means. We've been in no contact for 5 days, and he plans on coming this week to get the rest. The last time I saw him, I looked amazing, but kind of wanted that to be the last time he saw me. Should I be there when he comes to get the rest of his things, or have a friend be there for me and me not be there? When he came to get his things, he said it was hard for him too, and he still cares. He called an hour after he left, but I didn't answer. Good. He also texted me something weird last Tuesday, and I didn't respond. Good. Everything was great, except the last couple of months I was seeing major red flags that he was pushing me to break it off, just starting arguments or talking about our future plans in the context of, we can do that if we're still together. Jeez, who does that? Exactly. He was either trying to get a reaction, or he really was trying to get you to break up with him, or he really was just not that interested. Okay, so then she followed up and let us know what happened. And she said, he's at my place right now with my friend, picking up his things. He's pissed that I wasn't there as far as I know. Ha ha. Good, because I and other people on YouTube advised her to not be there. Staying no contact, and I watched enough of your videos that I knew that was the right thing to do. Exactly. Not sure if I want him back as time keeps going on. I need a man who respects me and knows what they're looking for in a relationship. His confusion and wishy-washiness drives me out of my mind. Yeah, it would drive anybody out of their mind. So I'm glad she took everyone's advice and didn't, and wasn't there when he came again to get his things. And my prediction is that he's going to pop up again. But do not get back with him. I don't know what kind of commitment you're talking about, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage or whatever. But do not get back with him unless you negotiate a good deal for yourself. And if you need help with that, you know who to call. That's right, me. Okay. I've been doing no contact for a week with my ex-girlfriend. When she called on Thursday night, I didn't answer the phone as I didn't know what it was about. Good. The next morning she called again. Again, I didn't answer. Good. Then she texted me saying that she'll leave my stuff outside. So I messaged back asking what stuff. She replied, your jumper. For those of you who don't know what a jumper is, no, it's not a baby toy, a baby apparatus. It is a sweater in England. And he said it's an old jumper. She was really, really mad at the fact that I didn't answer the phone twice. Get out of here. I mean, she breaks up with you enough. She's mad that you didn't answer the phone. You don't have to answer the phone now. She's no longer your girlfriend. So she doesn't get that girlfriend behavior. She was acting cold and distant. She dropped my jumper off at my house. And then I didn't message or call her. The following morning, I woke up and realized she blocked me. Why was she angry and hurt about me not answering the phone and wanting to drop a jumper off and then block me? If you could let me know, I'd really appreciate it. So I don't know what the reason for the breakup was. If it was because you were taking her for granted, then I can see why she'd be angry, because it's like, gee, you took me for granted. I break up with you. It didn't have any effect on you. And so now I'm going to have to resort to blocking you. But if there was another reason, and if you really didn't do anything, I mean, you must have done something for her to break up with you. But if it wasn't that you took her for granted, then it's because the no contact is working. And she's getting upset because she doesn't have access to you as she thought she would. And so she used that jumper or sweater as an excuse to see what would happen if you guys were in contact. And, you know, a lot of things with dating and getting your ex back are counterintuitive, because I got a similar email from someone who said that they didn't answer their ex. And then when they did, she was really angry and she wouldn't say why. And then she blocked him and he goes, well, I guess it's over now. I'll just move on. And I go, what? No! This is just the beginning. It's good. It's good that she's angry, because she's angry about the no contact. Otherwise, if she wasn't angry, why would she block you? Blocking is an aggressive move. If you don't care, you're not going to bother to block someone. If someone is still interested, they're going to do something like block you if they get upset. Because the opposite of love is not hate or anger, it's indifference. You should be worried if someone does absolutely nothing, okay? They break up with you and then you get absolutely no reaction from them. that's when you should be worried. But if they get angry, don't be scared. That's a good sign. Okay, the next one. Can you give me any advice on struggling with a thought about who your ex will have the nasty with? Why are you calling it the nasty? What is this? Come on, it's not nasty. Don't use such words. And who they'll marry and stuff. That thought kills me and it hurts so bad because I really wanted it to be me and them and not having them have it with someone else. So apparently you're a sadist. Like, why are you letting your mind go there? I know it does, but so what? You can stop it. Don't think about things that are going to upset you. Unless, of course, you're a sadist. You want to punish yourself. You want to hurt yourself. You like pain. You like mental torture. Go ahead. Otherwise, focus on something else. All right, the next one. I stupidly tried too hard in a 4-month relationship and was way too nice. So way too nice to me means that you did not set boundaries. That's what way too nice means. And you let him do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. He said he wanted space. So that means that you were crowding him. You weren't giving him his space. Because no one has ever asked me for space. And I've done a lot of dating. And trust me, no one has ever said to me, I need space. Okay, he said he wanted space, citing work stress. You were smothering him. And then he slowly ghosted me. I've gone through confusion, anger, sadness, and depression. In the space of 2 months, I struggled with no contact and broke it several times. So it sounds to me like you have an anxious attachment style. I've sent long messages and tried to call. Ew. I've really embarrassed myself. Yes, unfortunately. I'm now broken and wondering if no contact will work on someone as ungrateful and heartless as him. Okay, I don't know the circumstances of the relationship, but just looking at this on a surface level, he's not ungrateful and heartless. He's not interested, okay? There's a difference. And I don't know if you started off with high interest and then things went downhill because you were smothering him, or if his interest wasn't that high in the first place and it took very little for him to just want to get away from you. So I think you probably should have some therapy to work on your anxious attachment style, because until and unless you do, you go on and date the next person, it's going to happen again and again and again. So hopefully you will take my advice. All right, so there you have it for this edition of No Contact Q&A. And if you would like help to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. If you're listening to this on YouTube, remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.